I'm not even gonna mess around with an intro or anything. You guys already know what time it is. Capcom is probably real mad at Sony right now because the PlayStation Store just leaked some huge info about Resident Evil 9, which is including but not limited to this image right here, which shows us that the GOAT Leon S. Kennedy will be returning for Resident Evil 9, which everybody already knew due to Capcom's terrible attempt at keeping this a secret, but it's still great to see an official confirmation. And with the Game Awards being tomorrow, I would not be surprised at all if we got a trailer revealing Leon and maybe even some gameplay showcases. So I'm gonna keep this brief and save most of my thoughts and predictions for a different video that I'll be dropping sometime after the Game Awards. But anyway, on to the next image. We have a close-up on Leon's face, which you could see they aged him up a bit from Resident Evil 6, which does make sense considering his last appearance was, in Resident Evil 6, which was about 13 years prior to the events of this game. And it kinda works, especially if the rumors end up being true about this being his last game and him dying at some point in the game. But even if he doesn't, I could see why they'd age him up a bit. And then we have the full body render of Leon, which we could see here, where we see he's wearing a jacket very similar to the one he wore in Infinite Darkness. I personally like this design and think it fits in pretty well. And just for anybody who doesn't know, a while back Capcom did say that there would be a second main playable protagonist in the game who has a lot more weapons and experience with combat. So just for anybody thinking it'd be like a Chris in Resident Evil 7 type thing, or even a Chris in Resident Evil Village type of thing, I would like to make it known to you guys that Capcom did say he would be a main protagonist in the game, meaning that you'd play as him for a decent chunk. So I'm pretty excited for that, but like I said, I'm gonna save most of my thoughts for after the Game Awards. So make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you then. Peace.